Hey there, webheads and fellow gamers. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving headfirst into the highly anticipated Spider-Man 2. It's time to don the Spidey suit, swing through the city, and uncover all the details you need to know about this amazing game. Alright, let's get started. First, let's sling into the pros. Spider-Man 2 is a visual masterpiece, showcasing the power of next-gen gaming. The graphics are so stunning that you can almost count the pixels on Spidey's suit, which probably has more detail than my entire wardrobe. New York City is your playground once again, but this time with even more detail and interactivity. It's a joy to explore and feels like a living, breathing city. From Times Square to Central Park, the city is meticulously recreated. Speaking of recreation, let's talk about the fast load times. It's like the game heard our impatient Spidey senses tingling and decided to cater to our speedy needs. You'll have enough time to grab a snack, and by the time you're back, you're already web-swinging your way through the Statue of Liberty. So remember, folks, Spider-Man 2, now with less time to check your social media. Just like its predecessor, the web-swinging mechanics are spectacular. You genuinely feel like Spider-Man, swinging through the beautifully rendered, sprawling cityscape. It's so good that I almost felt guilty for not paying rent as I zipped between skyscrapers. And now you have the web wings! Spidey's got a brand new accessory in this game, and let me tell you, it's the latest fashion trend in New York City. These web wings allow you to glide gracefully between skyscrapers, almost like you're a fancy spider glider model. It's perfect for those moments when you want to feel more majestic than a peacock with a fancy hat collection. But hold on to your web shooters, because in Spider-Man 2, you're not just playing as one Spider-Man, you're playing as two. That's right. You can alternate between Peter Parker and Miles Morales, which is more Spideys than a spider-themed costume party. So Peter and Miles, two Spideys walking into a bar, just kidding. But seriously, being able to switch between the two is a game changer. Peter is the classic, experienced Spider-Man, while Miles adds that extra dash of electrifying excitement, and not just because he's got some shocking powers. It's like having a dynamic Spidey duo on speed dial. But before we web swing any further, let's talk about the cons. With great power comes a few glitches, apparently. While it's not as buggy as a radioactive spider, you might encounter some minor hiccups during your playthrough. But hey, what's a Spider-Man game without a few bugs? Spider-Man 2 is a resource hog. To play this game in all its glory, you'll need a top-of-the-line gaming rig or the latest console. So say goodbye to Aunt May's old laptop. It's not going to cut it. So you know those side activities? It's like Spider-Man suddenly decided to become a cat herder, because there's about as much motivation as trying to get cats to do your taxes. You'll save a cat here, collect some backpacks there, but at the end of the day, you might wonder if New York really needed you for all of this. Ever feel like you're fighting villains made of marshmallows? Well, in Spider-Man 2, some enemies have the spongy consistency of a well-used sponge. It's like, are we battling supervillains, or are we cleaning up after a kitchen spill? There's a lack of replayability that's almost criminal. Where's the new Game Plus? The ability to replay missions? It's like Spidey's been bitten by the one-and-done bug, and it's not very heroic. And what's the deal with the skins? Some of them look so similar that you'll start to think that Spidey's been taking fashion tips from Clark Kent. Not to mention some fan-favorite skins are missing. It's like showing up at Aunt May's for Thanksgiving and realizing she forgot the pumpkin pie. I mean, you've got to give it to the developers for their attention to detail. They wanted to make sure that even the flags in the game had a hidden identity, just like Spider-Man's secret identity. Is it Spider-Man or Peter Parker? They wondered. Is it a Cuban flag or a Puerto Rican flag? Talk about keeping us on our toes. In conclusion, Spider-Man 2 is like that warm, cozy feeling of slipping into your favorite Spidey suit, and it's got fast load times, web wings, and a dynamic duo that'll make your spider senses tingle. So if you're ready to dive headfirst into the world of Spider-Man, this game's got you covered. That's a wrap for today, webheads. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to stay up to date with all things gaming. Thanks for swinging by, and until next time, remember, with great power comes great responsibility, and maybe a little lesson in flag recognition too. Stay web-slinging, and I'll catch you in the next one.